Hi, this is Joe. Welcome back to the shop. The other day I was over at the hardware store. I was getting ready to start welding on my doors to the trailer, and I saw this Milwaukee Pocket Level, and it's magnetic. So I picked it up, and we'll do a review of this Pocket Level, and I'll show you how it works. It was right around $25 or so. It is magnetic, and it has a rotating bezel. So what you can do is you can set the angle that you want, and then you can then make sure whatever you're trying to level will match up to that level. It has from 0 to 90 back to 0. And it has some common angles, 15, 22.5, 45, 75, and back around the same on the other side. Looks like it's made out of aluminum, and there's a permanent magnet here on the side. A lot of welding equipment nowadays have the magnetic force that can be turned on and turned off for replacement of, in this case, the level. But this one doesn't have the turning on the magnetic force, turning off the magnetic force. But in using it the other day, I found that it was quite easy to move and place the level around in different positions. But yet the magnet was strong enough to stay in place and allow me to get the proper angle set up. It does have some bevels ground into the aluminum, so you can use this either on flat steel or on tubular steel, or even on a corner of a square tube. To lock the bezel in place, at the very top there's a locking mechanism, so you can turn this, loosen it up, and then you can rotate your bezel to how many degrees that you want. So very easy to rotate. So overall, I use this to weld the hinges and the gates to my trailer. So I'm going to take you outside and give it a little demonstration on how to use a rotating bezel level. So again, it really helped in welding my hinges and doors to the trailer. I felt it was well money spent. Nice little tool, and it really made my job of welding those hinges and doors onto the trailer straight. And the hinges work quite well. If you want, you can check out. There's another video out on my channel that shows me actually using it to weld the gates onto the trailer. So let's go outside. I'll give a demonstration. We're out at the trailer, and I have the Milwaukee Pocket Level set to the side of the trailer. Here's a real life example of how you would use that. My trailer is sitting on some gravel, and it's not level. The trailer is not level to the ground. It's actually tilted slightly. So over here I have a piece of angle that I want to weld at 90 degrees to this part of the trailer frame. So what I would do first with the rotating bezel is first line up the bubble to where the bubble is perfectly in the center. Okay, so now this angle of the trailer frame is now 90 degrees to the ground to compensate for any unleveled condition of the trailer. So now that we have that, we can tighten the bezel down. So now any further measurements that we make are going to be in relation to this position. So if I want this bracket here 90 degrees to the frame for welding purposes, I can line this up as I have now, the bubble is perfectly level. I can now take and clamp that to the, or magnetic attach the pocket level to the angle iron here. And as you can see, we're not perfectly level. The bubble is leaning a bit to the left. So what I can do now is tap. Let me go get a hammer. By lightly tapping on the piece of angle iron, now the bubble is level. So now we know that this piece of angle iron is 90 degrees to the trailer frame. Nice thing about the pocket level and a rotating bezel is that you can basically line up whatever piece you're trying to align to another piece is perfectly level, or 90 degrees. In this case, if I wanted to go 45, I could do the same procedures. But now I know that this angle iron is 90 degrees to this edge of the trailer, just by doing the simple calibration off the fixed side of the trailer, compensating for any unlevelness of the trailer to the ground. And now I can go ahead and safely weld this to the trailer and know that this bracket will be 90 degrees to what we just measured. So this level, pocket level, really worked well for me. My trailer doors work very nice. They don't bind, they don't pinch. So for me, the $25 or so that I spent for this is definitely well worth the expense. It's small enough to fit in my apron, and it's pretty, again, I like the magnetic base. I like the rotating bezel. It's coated with a nice, looks like a powder-coated Milwaukee red color. So, well worth the purchase. And if you happen to need to do any leveling, this would be an ideal item to purchase. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed the video.